I'm recording now while I fight this pickaxe, because depending on how things work, I'm going to finish one more task, and that one task will get me my last area. The reason I sound so unsure is because I don't know what task is going to finish. There's two different ones it could be. I might get to 1750 total level if I get 8 more Slayer combat levels before then, or I might kill however many monsters it takes to get me 250, because I know I've killed some, and I've taken a task to kill another 200, so I'm definitely going to get to 250. It's just which of those comes first, and I currently have absolutely no idea, because I'm getting Slayer XP, and Hit Point XP, and Defense XP right now, so all 3 of them could level up, and I'm 8 levels off 1750. So this recording might end up being really long, and if it is, I'm just going to trim it down massively, so you won't hear much. I'm hoping we get to 1750, because then at least I can worry less about killing 250. Well, I guess then we've also got to pay attention to whether or not I run out of runes. We've just hit 55 already. Another thing I'm thinking about is switching to a different style. I've heard the Thorns build is pretty good, and basically means you don't have to do anything, and that sounds good considering how much I don't like combat. I also, I've been playing for about half an hour, but I've only been recording for 5 minutes, and the reason for that is because I just spent the entire rest of the time trying to choose where to go next. I just don't know what area I want to go to. There's so many places to choose between, and it's the last choice, so it feels really important, but at the same time I have no strong feelings. So I just it's one of those things where it's oh, do I want to keep playing Magic? Because if I want to keep playing Magic, then maybe Kandarin would make sense. And part of me wants to take Kandarin because at this stage, I want something a bit familiar, but I always said I was going to take Mauritania, and Mauritania would also be good because there's a couple of easy things I can do to get some pacts, that was it, which would make me a bit stronger as well, and there's less easy stuff to do for pacts in Kandarin. There's stuff to do, but not as easy. So there, I've just got 4 levels. So if I get 4 more levels before finishing off these 250 dogs, which I almost certainly will, then that'll be what I hit. But yeah, there's so many areas to choose between, and I just don't know which to go for. I think I've kind of settled at the moment that I want to go for Kandarin. There's already so much I'm not familiar with that it would be nice to have one place where I at least kind of know what I'm doing. And, as an added bonus that doesn't really matter, I would finally be able to get a cape. Actually 2 capes, wouldn't I? Because I'd be able to get my thieving cape, and I'd be able to get the hunter cape. So that'd just be nice. At least I'm getting some scroll boxes. I'm taking all these ashes because I'm pretty close to 99 prayer as well, so I'd like to hit that at some point. My plan really is just to hit as many 99s as possible now. Have I got auto retaliate? Yeah, let's turn that back on. This is definitely a pretty survivable build, isn't it? Because I've taken no damage the entire time I've been here. So maybe it does make sense to stick with this. And if it makes sense to stick with this, then it does make sense to go to Kandarin, because that staff from the thermonuclear smoke devil seems really good. Eventually I'm going to have to transmute some more runes. I'll be honest, I thought this was going to go quicker. Right, I'm almost certainly going to hit 1750 before I hit anything else. So as soon as that happens, I'll run away. Because just a couple more of these will do that. How much Slayer do I get for killing each one of them? Just under 2,000. So 10 of them. And then we'll just run away and go somewhere else. I also know I'd be getting more prayer XP if I transmuted these up. but I'm just doing it quickly to get rid of the space more than anything. Getting a lot of scroll boxes, which will hopefully help me out later. Might do a couple of scroll boxes before I turn the game off after I've recorded this. Right, one more after this should do it. And I'll just come back here later and finish off the rest of the task. Right, 59. There we go. Total level 1750. And enough tasks to unlock my new area. Is that the only thing to come up? Yes. Right, let's run away. Fuck it, I'm just going to go back there anyway. I was going to be like, oh, we'll go somewhere other than with the anteaters, but no, we won't. We will go and stand with the anteaters. It's my favourite place. So we've got the final area. There is one other reason why I want to take Kandarin, and it's because we'll have basically taken the entire west of the game, and part of me is just amused by that. So, I was looking at Mauritania, and there's interesting bits about it, but my biggest problem is, at the point where I'm at, there's only like 2 weeks left. And if there's only 2 weeks left, I need to get as much done as I can in that time to be able to get my last task done. Because I still need 10,000 points worth of tasks completed. Which is a lot. Basically an entire area. And if I don't do that, then I won't finish. I will be kind of disappointed by that. I'm definitely not going to get much further in terms of the ranks. I will get to Mithril. Even if I get all 10,000 points, I will still only get to Mithril. I didn't realise how hard it was going to be to get to Dragon, to be honest. But going to a place I'm a bit more familiar with will at least make that somewhat easier on me. And hopefully I'll run into less issues where it's like, do a quest you've never done before, because I don't want to do that. Please don't sniff me. So, I'm going to be back in a second because I don't have a drink and I need one. I had a drink when I started recording earlier. It was about 33 degrees today, so it's obviously not that now because it's quarter to midnight, but it's still pretty hot. And I also recorded my entire podcast before this, so I'm pretty thirsty. Kandarin. The Kandarin area covers the entire kingdom of Kandarin along with the Feldip Hills, Ape Atoll, and Crash Island. Instances of areas in Kandarin and underground areas with an entrance in Kandarin are also included, with the exception of Tavali Dungeon and the Underground Pass. Although I think I get the Underground Pass because I've also got Taranwin. Access to the Nightmare Zone is restricted. To obtain Nightmare Zone points, speak to Dominic Onion and purchase them for 1 GP each. Access to White Wolf Mountain and the Fremennik Province Bridge will be blocked by magical barriers. All transportation and teleportation via charter ships, customs officers, gnome gliders, fairy rings, balloons, and all other transport systems will require you to have unlocked access to the area your destination is in. The following travel options are restricted unless you have access to the appropriate area. The Underground Pass between Ardone and Isafdar. I've been saying Isfadar, it's Isafdar. The Underground Tunnel between Catherby and Tavali. The Grapple Shortcut between Catherby and Tavali. The Log Shortcut between Sinclair Mansion and the Fremennik Province. The Gates between Kandarin and Taranwin at Arandar. The Basalt Shortcut between the Barbarian Outpost and the Lighthouse. The doors between the Morna Headquarters and the Temple of Light. Key info. Notable settlements. Ape Atoll, Ardone, Barbarian Outpost, Catherby, Corsair Cove, Gutanov, I have no idea how to say that, Midskill, Piscatoria's Fishing Colony, Port Khazard, Sears Village, Tree Gnome Stronghold, Tree Gnome Village, Yanil. Is it Yanil or Yanil? I've always said Yanil. Notable combat related activities: Ancient Cavern, Ape Atoll Monkeys, Barbarian Assault, Castle Wars, Demonic Gorillas, Kraken, Stronghold Slayer Cave, Smoke Devils, Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, Waterfall Dungeon, Poison Waste Dungeon. Notable non-combat activities: Ardone Market Thieving, Ardone Rooftop Agility Course, Ardone and Catherby Allotment Patches, Catherby Gnome Stronghold and Tree Gnome Stronghold Fruit Tree Patches, Barbarian Fishing, Barbarian Agility Training, Catherby Fishing, Chompy Bird Hunting, Feldip Hills Hunter Training, Fishing Trawler, Gnome Stronghold Agility Training, Gnome Stronghold Tree Patch, Fishing Guild, Myths Guild, Piscatorius Hunter Training Grounds, Orania Altar, Wrath Altar, Sears Village Rooftop Agility Course, Spirit Tree Access, Tower of Life, Unil House Portal. Wrath Talisman has been added to the East Ardone General Store. That'll be good once I finally get to a higher level in runecrafting. Unlocks. The following quests and their prerequisites are automatically completed but will not reward any completion XP. Elemental Workshop 2, Hand in the Sand, Monkey Madness 2, Swan Song, King's Ransom, Dragon Slayer 2, Recipe for Disaster, Freeing Scratch Uglogui. Uglogui? Whatever. The following tasks in the Kandarin Achievement Diary are automatically completed. Medium tasks: use the grapple shortcut to get from the Water Obelisk to Catherby Beach, create a Mind Helmet. Hard tasks: charge a Water Orb, kill a Shadow Hound in the Shadow Dungeon. Elite tasks: fish and cook 5 sharks in Catherby using the cooking gauntlets, teleport to Catherby. The following tasks in the Western Province's Achievement Diary are automatically completed. Easy tasks: complete a novice game of Pest Control, teleport to Pest Control using the minigame teleports. Medium tasks: complete an intermediate game of Pest Control. Hard tasks: complete a veteran game of Pest Control. Place an Isafdar painting in your player-owned house quest hall. Elite tasks: equip any complete void set. The following tasks in the Ardone Achievement Diary are automatically completed. Easy tasks: enter the combat training camp north of West Ardone. Use the Ardone lever to teleport to the wilderness. Medium tasks: travel to Castle Wars by hot air balloon. Equip an Iban's upgraded staff or upgrade an Iban's staff. Hard tasks: recharge some jewelry at the totem pole in the Legends Guild. Smith a dragon square shield in West Ardone. Craft some death runes at the Death Altar. Elite tasks: imbue a salve amulet at Nightmare Zone or equip a salve amulet imbued. Cast Ice Barrage on another player within Castle Wars. The following bars will be automatically completed on Alfred Grimhand's Barcrawl, Blue Moon Inn in Varrock, Jolly Boar Inn near Varrock, The Rising Sun in Falador, The Rusty Anchor in Port Sarim. The following combat achievements are automatically completed, hitting them where it hurts. The drops listed below are affected by drop rate modifier perks granted by passive relic unlocks. Drop rates affected are always rounded down and are not tied to area unlocks. This list represents the key drops affected in Kandarin. Angler's Outfit from Fishing Trawler, Zanite Shards and Ballista Components from Glough's Experiments, Monkey Tails from Maniacal Monkey Hunting, Trident of the Seas and Kraken Tentacles from all sources, Occult Necklaces from all sources, Smoke Battle Staves from all sources, Dragon Chain Bodies from all sources, Dragon Full Helmets from all sources, Warped Scepter from Warped Creatures, all unique rewards from Superior Slayer Creatures, Smouldering Stone from Hellhounds. The Echo Boss, Thermonuclear Smoke Devil Echo. The Thermonuclear Smoke Devil resides in the Smoke Devil Dungeon just to the southwest of Castle Wars. The Echo of Thermi does not require a Slayer task to kill. So he's got 2 things, which is nice. The Devil's Element is slightly less interesting, but the staff's good. Devil's Element. An item from a true devil that tunes into the elements of the world to let you reconceptualize what weakness even means. Your elemental spells will act as if any creature has an additional 30% elemental weakness to that element. This item has a drop rate of 1 in 25. And then, Shadow Flame Quadrant. When using elemental spells on the standard spellbook with the staff equipped... What? A lot of these sentences are quite poorly structured, to be honest. When using elemental spells on the standard spellbook with the staff equipped, will fire an additional spell attack dealing 40% of the damage of the first attack. When attacking with an elemental magic spell, this will always use the elemental weakness which your target is weakest to, regardless of the elemental spell you just cast. Acts as an infinite source of air, water, earth and fire runes, can auto-cast from all spellbooks. This item has a drop rate of 1 in 25. let's unlock Kandarin. Are you sure you wish to unlock? No, I'm not. I've done it anyway. Oh yeah, okay. That completes some tasks as well. So, complete Elemental Workshop 2 is completed. Defeat a frog eel is completed. What is a frog eel? You have unlocked the Kandarin area. Let's go to Kandarin. Can I get to... I'll get one cape. I'll get one skill cape before we finish. Because I think I can get... I think the hunter's skill cape is in Ardone, isn't it? And I think the thieving... Sorry, no, the hunter's skill cape is in Feldip Hills. Yeah. Am I wrong about the thieving skill cape? Is the thieving skill cape... Where? Does it not show up on the... Right, what is it? Hunter cape. Oh, right, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Where the fuck do I get the skill cape from? I'm gonna just look it up. I would like to get a skill cape to end this video. Okay, no, turns out I was wrong yet again. I need to be in Bertholdt for that. But I can definitely get the Hunter Cape. I'm sure I can. Feldip Hills. Yes. Okay. How do I get there from here? I'm like... I just want one cape. Is that so much to ask? Right, what's the teleport? AKS. God, this is just stressing me out so much. I don't feel like this should be that big of a deal. Right. Legends Guild. That's a thing we should look at. Kandarin. Kraken. That's it. Okay. It's only 2 bosses. Right. It was AKS, wasn't it? Oh, I've not got any money with me. Can't go there yet. Oh my god, this is stressing me out. I was just like, oh, this will be a fun way to end the video, and now it's going to take like another 20 minutes. It's 4 minutes to midnight. Just dump all this stuff. Get some money. Because I really would have run over there and then realised I didn't have any money with me. Oh, no, there's a closer one if I go south. Let's just double check what it is. I'm pretty sure it was AKS. Yes. AKS. Feldip Hunter area. Right there. Watch this cape be like. Are the capes even good? Like, do they even do anything? Skill cape of Hunter. Yep, I'm happy, that's fine. I'll get a hood as well. Let's get somewhere where I can see myself. Stop getting in the way, plants! No, you won't be able to see the hood. Hey, look! Cape! Well, that was fun. And now, to turn the game off. Let's just go back to Albinville. It's just the nearest bank. I just wanted one cape. We got at least one. That's nice. But... So, 9,750 points left. I have... How many more tasks? Taking Kanda in. 596 tasks left available. And I've actually got easy tasks to do again now. I am going to turn this off. Goodbye. I'm making a really quick video because my food's here, so I don't have much time, but I have been stuck fighting Lancelot for about 15 minutes, so I'm going to do my reset, and I'm going to get the thorns. I'm going to keep my normal magic build as it is, so I'm going to keep all of this, but I'm also going to just grab thorns. And hopefully, that makes just enough of a difference. Right, so we'll use my another reset. I'm literally using this reset just to get rid of that one node. Reset pacts, right. Right, which one have I forgotten to grab? That one. Okay. So, 50% to regenerate runes at the start. The magic stuff's all the same. The only difference is now, your minimum hit when attacking with a melee weapon is increased by 3, the minimum hit is further increased by 3 for each additional tile between you and the target, and when you have a shield equipped, you gain the Thorns effect. Thorns, whenever your attacked enemies will be instantly hit with 3 melee damage. This effect can only trigger once per hit splat, and will trigger if you take 0 damage. Other packs will specify if they affect Thorns. I'm going to go with that. Yes, apply changes. And then I'm going to go and try and fight Lancelot once more. And hope that this is just enough. May as well do it while I'm recording. Doesn't seem to be taking the Thorns damage. Little confused. I don't know if maybe that's because it counts as a recoil effect, and I think they don't affect these. In which case this was not a waste of time because I was planning on doing it anyway. But not exactly the most beneficial thing for right now. I think I should still make it though. Yeah, okay, done it. Access to the press, chivalry, and piety. Oh, and that got me 70 attack, 82 defense, 72 strength. Oh, and 87 hit points. Right, seeing as I'm already recording. Oh, I'll pick up that emerald I dropped. Let's put those on its... I think it's chivalry? Yep, use the chivalry prep. And I think the other one's piety. Yep. Okay. All of that was just for those. But I'm definitely in a better position now. and I'm going to go fight some lizardman shaman in a bit. But yeah, that's it for today. It's Monday, and I just spent another 40 minutes in the fight caves to fail. And I just don't think there's enough time for me to finish, basically. I still need just under 2,000 more points. And it's not a lot. It's like 10 tasks. The problem is that the vast majority of tasks I've got left are combat based, and I am so bad at the combat that I just can't do them. I've managed to kill Zulra once. I fail at the fight pits on Jad every time. The first time I failed immediately. This time I got him down to the healers spawning and then failed. The bigger problem though is that every time I fail, it's 40 minutes wasted because I don't really get any benefit in that time. My attack level went up by 2 and that was it. I think I got 1 defense level maybe. I go in, lose a load of resources, fail to do it, and gain nothing. So the problem I've got is that all the tasks that could get me to the end require me to either put a huge amount of time into it, which there's only 2.5 days left now, or to get really good at combat, and I'm just not. There's not enough time for me to get good at the combat. I feel like I'm better than I was, but I don't think I'm good enough, and I just don't know what to do. I'd feel really bad for giving up now, but at the same time, I can't work out if it's even worth me doing. Like this video clip right now, nothing's going to happen in it. Like the one thing I'm debating doing is using my last reset and just going like all in on thorns. But I don't even think there's a point to that really, is there? Thorns hits twice. Thorns deals additional damage. Yeah, like I could go all in on thorns, but then I'd lose my healing and there'd be no coming back from it. Like granted, there's only fucking 2 days left, so why not? But at the same time, it's like the only thing I've not tried is melee. So I could go all in on that and just see how that does for me. I just don't even know. How many points is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That would be 12 points, so it would leave me a spare 2 to use on... I don't know. I don't know how much what's it weighs? I think a dragon scimitar's more than a kilogram, isn't it? Oh, I just don't know. I'm at this point where I'm just getting more stressed than I am anything else. I'm not particularly enjoying this anymore, because I'm just stressed about getting it done, and I don't realistically think there's time for me to get it done. Like starting today, I needed 800 points each day for the next 3 days. And in terms of everything I have planned for today, I'm only going to get 600. Now I did end up getting a few more just because I did some extra side bits, but even then that's not 700. And that'll actually just put me behind for tomorrow with even less of a plan. And then even worse for the day after. And I just don't know, honestly. Like I don't even know how to wrap this section up because I just have no idea what to do. It's just so many of the 200 tasks, and basically all of the 400 tasks, and the vast majority of the 200 tasks are based around combat. The only ones that aren't are just get 99s, and I've got a few 99s already. And my plan for today is hopefully to get at least 1 more, if not 2. I should get mining to 99. It'll take 5 hours, but I should do it. And I'm trying to get farming to 99 as well. But that's still only 400 more points. I'll still need 1600 more. And there is literally not enough time to get... What is it? There's 1600. So that's 8. So that's 8 more 99s. And there's just not enough time to get 8 more 99s. I have no idea. I didn't do a lot. I didn't do as much as I needed to. I was supposed to try and get 800 points a day for the 3 days. I didn't quite make it to 800. I got 690 in the end. God, I've got 690. Because I was on 2300, and now I'm at 1680. That's 620, isn't it? How would I even get 690? That doesn't make sense. I have set up to get a few more tasks done. I caught 250 sacred eels, so that should get me some points for cutting them all. I am right on the border of 99 farming. I've pretty much resigned myself to not getting 99 fishing. I would like to, but it's too far away. Same with 99 cooking. In combination, I could do them, but I don't think there's actually enough time. I might do depending on how everything else goes. I found out yesterday there is a way of me doing runecraft. I just didn't know. I unlocked it when I unlocked Scandarin. Could have been doing that for weeks, and I just didn't realise. So I'm going to go do some of that today. At the moment, there's only 2 tasks for that I can definitely do. One for 200 essence and one for 2,500 essence. I can do both of those, and then we'll just see where I'm at after that. But doing that should get me to both base level 60 and get me to total level 2,000, so that's some more points. Depending on how my base level looks after I finish doing all the runecrafting stuff, I might try and get my smithing up, but I need to get smithing and herblore up. But if I get both of those up, then I'd be at base 70, so that's even better. But it's still just tight. I think I'm going to do all of the stuff I've got planned, and then try the, what's it again? Whatever the fuck thing's called where you fight Jad, I don't know. Try that again. Because if I can do that, that gets me like 600 points, because it gives me 200 for the cape, 200 for pickpocketing and getting a diamond for one of the people, and 200 for turning the cape in as well. So that's like 600 points that I'll get just for doing that one task. But it's just the fact that it's like 40 minutes to try. Right, I need to check how much essence I've got. 502, so I need to make some. I need 2,500 in total, so I need 2,000. So I could make 2,000. If I take 2,000 air runes, okay, no, it doesn't. Let's start transmuting these down. Get all the tasks done today. And I'm going to stop recording now, because I'm going to go do stuff. So it's still Tuesday. I started today needing over 1,600 points. I ended yesterday not sure if I was even going to carry on playing. I needed 800 points a day to be able to finish. And then today, I've played for a little over an hour this session. I played for 6 hours straight earlier. I've now done, in total, 599 tasks. I'm on my way to turn in another Hunter Rumour, which should get me to 25 million XP, which should get me another 200 points. It will be my 600th task, and it will also be the last one I need. I did not think this was going to work. I've just got to check that this actually is enough XP, otherwise I'll go and grab some moths. There we go. I don't want another rumour, no. Enough points for my tier 8 relic. I did not think this was going to happen, to be honest. All areas, all relics, 600 tasks, 28,060 points. Doing this was ridiculous. I really hurt my arm at one point. I spent 15 minutes straight just buying things from a guy and putting them in a bow spool. I can't get into Yama's lair walking, can I? I did have to break one of my rules to get this done. My original plan was to not do any quests that I hadn't done on my main game, and I kind of broke that rule. I started Zoga Flesh Eaters, and that was because doing that let me access a shop, and that shop sold bowstrings and was the only shop that I could access that sold bowstrings just because it would save me time. And I could buy 10 at a time, and I bought 10,000 bowstrings off him and filled a bowstring spool, and that got me 200 points. I got to 99 farming today, that got me 200 points. I got so many tasks done today. I think I've done like 15 tasks today or something like that. What does channeling do? Nothing, whatever. Didn't need to walk here. Oh, right. Yama's lair. Now, I don't know what to choose. I know one that I'm not choosing. I know I'm not gonna go with Executioner. And the entire way through I've wanted Minion. but I think Flask of Fervor is actually better. Ugh, I'm so unsure. Right, I'll start with this one. Executioner. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Sage's Axe. The axe is a thrown ranged weapon which can be used to execute targets below 20% hit points. The axe has an attack range of 6 tiles. The axe's damage respects any ranged damage reduction effects and immunities the target has. The axe will not work against Yama. Throwing the axe doesn't consume it, but the primary hit does trigger regeneration effects from demonic pacts. Execute damage can hit additional targets with demonic pacts. This perk will also work inside the gauntlet. The Sage's Axe can be retrieved from the League's Tutor and Yama's Lair if lost. Minion. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Minion Whistle. The whistle will allow you to summon a powerful minion which lasts for 30 minutes. The minion will attack your target with whatever style it is weakest to. When you are in multi-combat, it will cast an AoE attack if the target is weakest to range or magic. The minion's stats are minimum hit 3, maximum hit 10, attack speed 1.8, accuracy 45,000. The whistle can consume up to 5 unique equipable Zamorak items by using them on the whistle, increasing your minion's max hit by 2 per unique item. The minion will try to automatically loot items from creatures you kill, including fired ranged ammo. A minion value threshold and whether or not these should be noted is configurable on the whistle. The minion will deal damage to targets which are immune to thralls. The minion will not fight in PvP and will not fight against Yama. The minion whistle can be retrieved from the League's Tutor and Yama's Lair if lost. Flask of Fervor. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Flask of Fervor. When the flask is consumed, your hit points will be restored to full. Your prayer points will be restored to full. Your special attack energy will be restored to full. Over the next 2.4 seconds, the sigil will trigger 3 explosions which deal 60% of your base prayer level, 30% in PvP, to all enemies within 3 tiles of you as typeless damage, reduce all damage you take to 0, not deal damage to Yama. This item has a base cooldown of 3 minutes. For every 10 damage you deal in a single hit, reduce the cooldown by 0.6 seconds. This perk will also work inside the gauntlet. The Flask of Fervor can be retrieved from the League's Tutor and Yama's Lair if lost. Yeah, I know I don't want Executioner. It seems cool. It isn't as good as the other two. Minion I've wanted all the time. I like the idea of having a little minion come around with me, and he can fight for me. And I already have 2 Zamorak items, and I know where I can get another 2 pretty easily. So I can at least get his max hit up to 18. But the Flask of Fervor is just... The entire problem I've been having with combat is that I don't survive, and this would let me survive. But at the same time, which I think is more fun, the minion, and I don't really need to do anything anymore, so maybe it would make sense to go with the minion. But at the same time, I have 99 prayer, and that means it's going to deal 60 damage to all enemies 3 times. So that's like 180 damage. My wife thinks I should go with the flask, and I don't know, part of me thinks I should go with the flask. I think I'm just going to do it. Are you sure you wish to unlock the Flask of Fervor relic? You can only unlock 1 relic from each tier, and you cannot go back on this decision at any later point. There's only 24 hours left, there is barely any later point. No, I'm not sure. I've done it though. Okay. You receive a Flask of Fervor. There it is. Let's just drink it. Great. Okay. So I'm just glad I've got this done, to be honest. If I don't get anything else done, I don't really care. I'm just glad I got everything done I wanted to. I'm not going to get pretty much anything else. Oh. There we go. Oh, I've dropped some stuff on the floor. There's nothing I can do to pick it up. I don't really need them. I'll come back and pick them up. I was expecting to have to play and get really stressed tomorrow, and now I don't. Like, if I don't want to, I could just not play. I'm going to. I want to see if I can do the fight cave. Why can I not learn what it's called? I've got the teleport to it on me right now. Teleport. Karamja. Fight caves. I don't know why I can never get that name right. Just every time it's not there, I forget it. Get rid of all this. But yeah, I'm just relieved more than anything. This league has been, as cliche as it is, a real like roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, I don't have to do anything else if I don't want to. So I'm going to spend tomorrow playing when I feel like it, and just trying some of the stuff that I couldn't do previously, which is basically all combat stuff, just because I'm not very good at the combat. I only have enough runes for 7 more attempts at the fight caves, anyway. It's not like I couldn't get more, but that's all I've got with me. On Monday, I was just going to give up. I just didn't want to play anymore at all. I was so stressed. And I was like so upset when I failed that run. I didn't record it, obviously, so you didn't see it. But I was like, I got Jad down to less than half health. And then I think one of the healers started hitting me, and I just wasn't paying attention to that because I was paying attention to other things, and it just hit me enough to kill me. As stupid as it sounds, it hit me enough to kill me while I was still trying to do other things. And I was just like, I just don't want to do this anymore. Because at the time, I was also like really focused on the fact that everything I had to do was combat tasks. But no, I managed to get enough tasks done that I got all my points, and now I can have fun failing at the combat, as opposed to being stressed every time that happens. That's just, yeah. So here's my mostly final skills. There was a really, not funny, it was funny to me, bit earlier where I did 2,500 runes at the ZMI altar, and just in the process of doing it, because I had the thorns on, I got 2 levels in attack, just running past from the enemies hitting me as I ran past them. Well, I'm just glad it's done. So I'm gonna drink this once more, and then stop playing. So, I'll see you tomorrow. Not beaten before, and see how things go. I'm not like, don't have any like super big plans. I think I'm gonna start with the gauntlet, because I've almost done that a few times, and then do the fight caves. Then I don't know. Just see how it goes, really. So it turns out the other day, when I was in a rush and I used that reset to give myself thorns, I did one of my things wrong, which it doesn't really matter because I did actually manage to do the fight caves, obviously. Like, I have my cape now. But I was looking at where to spend my next pact, and I realised I took the powered stave one is sped up, not the attack spell is sped up, which is what I meant to take. So I think I'm going to grab that. I was trying to work out some way if there was, like, I could make thorns better, but I've only got 1 point, and I'm probably not going to do anything else, to be honest. I've got a little bit of work I need to do before tonight, and then I'm going to play again just before this ends, but I don't have any other plans. I managed to get the fight cave done, managed to get my fire cape, so I'm pretty happy with what I've done. I've tried the gauntlet and didn't succeed. I tried the Echo Hespori again and failed at that again. So I think I'm just going to get this and then stop for a bit. So yeah, it's just attack rate with combat spells in the spellbook is sped up by 2 ticks. Yes, apply changes. I had plans for like getting all 40 of my demonic pacts, and I didn't even make it to 20. I got 15 and then stopped. Wow, amazing. I should do it on something that isn't going to die in one hit. Let's go fight a lizard. See if it makes even the slightest bit of difference. I fought tons of these earlier because they drop fabric that I needed to make some magic armor before I had unlocked Kandarin. Yeah, it's definitely a bit faster. Probably would have made some of the stuff I've already done a bit easier, wouldn't it? But yeah, this might actually be... Well, it's not going to be the end, but I'm not doing much more. There's like... I've done 603 tasks, I don't think I'm going to do any more. But, yep. I'll see you before the end. It's 3 minutes to 1 in the morning, and if I've timed this right, the league is about to end, and I just want to be here when it does. I was thinking about playing more earlier, about like doing some other tasks, but I just don't want to. I've done everything I wanted to be honest. I would have liked to do some other things. Like I didn't manage to kill a single Echo boss. I didn't do the gauntlet. But I did do a lot of content I've never done before. And like I learned a lot about the game, and even outside of the game. Like I had to learn a load of new editing stuff in the process of making all of these videos. There's been like 603 tasks done. For some reason people like to run around the birds. And I was hoping they'd be running here so we could follow them in a train for the next minute or so while it ended. Yeah, I had to learn new editing stuff while I was doing this. Or at least get better at editing stuff I previously knew. So I've got 603 tasks done, 28,420 points, unlocked, 5 areas, 3 of which I basically knew nothing about. In fact, honestly, like outside of the free-to-play bit in Karamja, didn't know anything about that either, really. So like, almost everything I've done has been new to me, which was one of the sources of stress, but at the same time, one of the reasons why I enjoyed it. I like Valamor a lot more now. Like, Valamor's cool. There's just a lot of useful stuff in a very small area here, isn't there? Oh, actually, do I have enough time? I have a minute. I'm gonna grab my pet out. God, just everyone dropping all the shit on the floor. Oh, it's gonna be so weird that this ends. Like, on a totally different note, I'm also about to finish Judgment, which means, like, the 2 things I've been doing for the last 2 months are gonna end today, pretty much. Which is weird. Stop. There we go. I love him. Yeah, so. 603 tasks done, 28,420 points gotten, 5 areas unlocked. I did only end up getting 15 pacts. Would have been nice to get more. I would have liked to have got all the way up to the end of Thorns. My kind of plan ended up being the water spell and then Thorns, and then I was going to go back and get the bow ones that I started off with. That's what I would have done if I'd got all of the points. Please don't hit my red panda. Me. Okay. It's 1 o'clock, and it hasn't ended yet, so I guess I'm wrong. But anyway, this will still be how I wrap up. Looking back on it now, I'm not sure if Larcenist was actually the best choice. I like it, and I found it like really satisfying to do, but at the same time it didn't really... I feel like it had the least utility. It trained my thieving, and while that's really good and it got me money, but that's also like all it did. I think Soul Harvest would have been good if I'd gotten that earlier, just for the farming and prayer training and the runecraft. And then Nature's Accord would have been really good considering how much farming I ended up doing, and I think that teleport would have been way more useful as well. I'm also still not sure if I actually like the Flask of Fervor. Maybe I would have enjoyed the minion more. I mean, the stuff that I managed to do, I only managed to do because I got the Flask of Fervor, but at the same time, I think I still would have liked the minion more. Culling Spree actually was a bit of a waste. It was good because it got me the rune pouch, and that made my magic a lot easier, but at the same time, I barely did any Slayer. Like, I did enough to get up to 70 and then just stopped. I just got bored. I don't like fighting monsters, I don't like the combat, so an entire skill which is just do that, it just didn't really interest me. I think, going back now, I probably would have chosen Grimoire and Nature's Accord. Conniving Clues was good, but I think Butler's Bell would be better. And then I think of the starting 3, Endless Harvest ended up being the best. There was a bit where I thought Abundance might have been better just because of the money, because that would have been really beneficial at the start, but I think Endless Harvest helped me a lot in the long run in other places. I like Woodsman, but I actually never used the burning. I got 99 fire making through the Wintertop, and basically not using that at all. The useful thing I found about the Woodsman was that it lets you burn logs you didn't have the fire making level for though. So like, I had the woodcutting level to cut magic trees, but didn't have the fire making level for that at the time, but it would still burn them, which is good. I didn't realise that at the time, like when I took it. But I think at the same time I still probably would have preferred Hotfoot, because... Although actually no, because Woodsman's also what got me a lot of the Hunter stuff, and I really enjoyed doing the Hunter actually. Doing Hunter in this made me like Hunter more in the main game. Right, I'm not going to record for very long now, mostly because I was expecting this to end, and then I was going to like end my video with it logging me out or whatever, but seeing as it's not doing that, it is gone 1 in the morning, and I want to go to bed soon. So I don't really want to be sat here recording. I just kind of thought it was going to end now because... Actually, what does the log out screen say? Click here to log out. Play now. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Yeah, no, it still says there's 1 day remaining. I thought it was going to not let me log back in, basically. But, nope. Yeah, I have no real plan anymore. My plan was for it to kick me off and then it didn't. So, I guess I'll just say bye. Let's go stand by the throne and then I'll turn it off. I've found doing the leagues like really stressful. I've enjoyed it, but at the same time been really stressed. I wish I could sit on the throne. Watch me find out now that there is some way of sitting on the throne and I just never worked it out. Slowly walks up to me. I just thought, can you hear that? That's going to be really annoying if you can, isn't it? Right, I'll stand here instead. You just see him over my shoulder. Doing the leagues has been really stressful. Constantly worrying about getting all the points. There's been like huge periods of disappointment where I thought I wasn't going to do things and getting really upset about it. But then I've also really enjoyed aspects of it, and like I say, I do feel like I've learned a lot about the game through doing it. I've also learned that I really hate the combat. Like, I really don't like it. I am going to struggle to do some of the quests that I've got to do if I want to finish off the LP series I'm doing. Because the idea of that is that it ends when I get a quest cape. But I really don't like the combat. And I know a decent amount of the combat I don't have to do. Or rather, I don't have to do like some of the harder combat because that's not actually tied to quests. But some of it is. And I don't think I'm ever going to do that. Which means I'll never get a quest cape. I just hope I get better by the time I have to do those quests, basically. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I've enjoyed the league. This is also probably going to be the only league I ever do. Because they're not going to have another one this year, are they? And I'm not planning on getting another year of membership. I might get a little bit more, like a month, depending on how many quests I've got left at the end of the year. If I've done all the quests, then I won't. If I have done like almost all of the quests, like if I'm 1 or 2 off, I'll get an extra month just to finish off the series. But otherwise, I doubt that I'll get membership. And that means this is probably the only league I'll ever do. If I do another league, I won't, but if I were to do another league, I would not record every task again. Because that actually made the entire thing more stressful. Because I'd record all the stuff like this, where I talk about big things, like when I unlocked areas and relics and pacts and stuff, but I wouldn't record every task, because for one thing it's ended up being a huge amount of footage. Each clip is a minute long, and I've got 600 clips. It's not quite 603, because some clips actually include multiple tasks, but it's still hundreds. And they're like 60 megabytes each, so I think I've got about 50 gigabytes of clips from this, and I'm going to make them into a compilation. I've already started doing that. But one of the main problems is it meant that I could only play the league when I was on my computer recording, which meant that a lot of the tasks which are just, like the fishing task, I could just click and go away for a couple of hours and it would fish for me. But I couldn't do that because I had to be there to record it. So like I wouldn't record all the tasks again. Maybe I'd like record a few tasks if I thought they were interesting. Like I'd maybe go through and like see if any tasks were gonna be interesting and record bits of those. But I wouldn't do every single task again. I'm interested in the other modes, but I don't think we're getting any of those this year. Like the bingo thing, the Gridmaster one they did last year. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything else to say. What tasks? Complete. One thing that I do regret is not getting a single master task done. I did 44 elite tasks, which is more than I expected to. 44 elites, 117 hards, 292 mediums, and every easy task that was available to me I finished. But not a single master task. A lot of them were time-based, but a lot of them were combat-based, and like I keep saying, I was just fucking suck at the combat. So, that wasn't really something I could do. But I'm gonna go pick him up, because I would feel bad leaving him on the floor. Oh, I should have built a menagerie for him. Well, I'm not gonna do that now. I wish I could hold him. But anyway, I am gonna go. So, thanks for watching if you did, and yeah, the compilation's coming out as well, so that should be out at the same time, unless it takes me a long time to edit, which it will, because I've put 450 tasks in, and it was already 9 hours long, so I have another 150 tasks after that to go in yet. I've been editing them down, because they don't need to be a minute long each of the clips. Some of them can be shorter than that. Well, most of them can be shorter than that, so I've shortened most of them to about 10 seconds long each. So instead of, if 150 tasks is 3 hours, then 600 tasks is, what, 12 hours? But it should only be a sixth of that, so it should be about 2 hours in the end. It'll be a bit longer, because Some of them are like double tasks, or some of them just needed more context. But yeah, it'll be about 2 hours long on top of this, which makes this, in total, like my longest series of videos. Like each one of these is over an hour long. I think actually no, my first video is shorter than that, isn't it? Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. Special thanks to my patrons, Justin Wood and Koopy Vegeta. Take your place in the free market over at patreon.com/Holden Gatsby. Check out my Instagram, TikTok and Twitter at Holden Gatsby, and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Holden Gatsby. Don't forget to subscribe to all of my channels. If you want more, you can watch my last video now, but if not, then thanks for sticking around. Bye.